Welcome back, meteorologist Jordan Smith here on this Sunday evening. It is day one of our heat wave, so get ready because temperatures are going to be on the brutal side as we head throughout all of the coming week. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington thanks to our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD camera network. You can see we're sitting at 92 degrees here in Lexington with a feels like of 93. So it is hot, and that's the same case across all of central and eastern Kentucky. A lot of upper 80s to our east as that heat core is still trying to push on off towards the east here, but you can see we're 90 in Somerset, 90 Richmond, 91 Frankfort, 88 there in Danville, and our feels like temperatures, yeah, we're going to add a few degrees to that as well. Feels like 95 in Frankfort, 93 from Danville over to Richmond, feels like 96 in Somerset, 94 there in Monticello. Look back to our west. Currently, the actual temperature in St. Louis, Missouri is 99. The heat index is 115. So the core of the heat so far is just out to our west. But again, in the coming days, we're going to start to see that trickle on off towards the east and get closer to us here across Kentucky as well. Now, we are dry. We're going to stay that way all week long. Nothing to show you there on radar. Now, we do have a lot of heat alerts. These are excessive heat warning watches and heat advisory out across the Louisville metro. Get as far east as, say, Owen County there, almost Frankfort, but down to E-Town. It does not include any portions of our viewing area just yet, but National Weather Service said over the next coming days, they'll have to reevaluate and likely issue those further off towards the east. Now let's go down to the tropics. We're watching now Invest 91L here in the Gulf of Mexico, just off to the west there of Florida. This is likely to continue strengthen into a tropical depression and potentially a tropical storm here in the coming days with a bullseye heading there portions of southern Texas. This would be the first tropical system to hit the Gulf of Mexico so far this year, so all eyes are on that down there. Now let's go towards the west. You talked about it here earlier in the show. Hilary continues to wreak havoc here across portions of California, seeing just unprecedented flooding out there. Already seeing numerous deaths reported from this system, and unfortunately there's still a lot of time to go before she begins to die down. Now, Hilary has a direct impact on our weather here across central and eastern Kentucky. We showed you first this a couple days ago. And really, this is just the big story of the week. This is a good explainer of why we're seeing that heat extend further off towards the east. You have Hilary out towards the west. That is shifting this heat dome that has been centered further off towards the west for the majority of the summer. Well, when the tropics get involved, that's going to shoot that further off towards the east. And that brings it right on top of us here across Kentucky into the week ahead. And that's going to provide us with those very hot conditions. And not only hot conditions, but dry conditions. All areas underneath this big heat dome staying dry. This is through Friday, and we're not dealing with any rain. The only chance of rain comes next Saturday, this coming Saturday. Strike out those temperatures here the next couple of days. Out the door tomorrow, already mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, lots of low, maybe even mid 90s around. Into Tuesday morning, starting the day near 80, mid to upper 70s. By the afternoon, more in the way of low to mid 90s with heat index values that would be pressing 100. Now let's track out these future-like temperatures over the next couple of days. So this is your heat index tomorrow afternoon. Many areas upper 90s to low 100s. Futurecast feels like into Tuesday, same thing, upper 90s to low 100s. Now let's switch off to actual temperatures heading here Wednesday through Friday. Wednesday, we're into the mid to upper 90s. Look at actual temperatures Thursday afternoon. Upper 90s to 100 degrees for an actual thermometer temperature. And that is the exact same thing going off here into Friday, more in the way of those 90s around. Now, the air temperature here, say it's at 95. Think about leaving fur babies or even children in your car. That is not a good idea. You can see just 10 minutes already at 109 degrees. 20 minutes, 119. 30 minutes, 124. 60 minutes, 133. So again, make sure you're not leaving any children or pets in the car over the next couple of days. And also think of your fur baby's paws as you're heading out as well. 95-degree temperature, that means the grass is 105, concrete is 125, and the asphalt is 140. So again, think of all these safety tips as you're heading out this week. Back in the short term though, tonight, low 70s. Tomorrow on our Monday, mid 90s, heat index values pushing 100. 7-day forecast shows it is completely hot, upper 90s to near 100 all week long before that cold front moves in on Saturday and knocks temperatures back down into the 80s.